Speaking of beautiful, amazing, and you love to see it. Now that's how that's what we call a transition there in the business chat. Pittsburgh. It has been years and years of pain and disappointment. I am to Crash Andrews what the Pittsburgh Pirates are to me. You know? But it is time for another season. Another season. The 2045. It's 2045 and I haven't won anything. God help me. The team is set up though. We have again rotated some people around. This is our starting pitching staff, which on paper looks amazing. We had to send down Hiller because he still had one option left. Somebody else would have been on waivers, but our pitching staff looks fantastic. Exactly. I'd be 51 years old in this actual year, which is tragic. The bullpen, again, still young, still looks good. My God. And good old Boone Smooth as the closer. You are wearing our last 5th overall picks jersey. Will you be wearing the next one in a couple of years, Michkov? Who's to say? At catcher, Burnett, Sato, still good to go. We had to sign some filler catchers for the roster, but yeah, Burnett and Sato. Andres Mesa starts in AAA. First base, it is going to be the tandem of Fodor and Lopez. Now that, of course, we let go of a certain German sensation that was rocking the nation. That is our setup at first base. Second base, Eduardo Reyna moves from left field to second base with Ramon Hinojosa as the backup. Michael Leone was the guy who got a chance last year at second base and blew it, so he is no longer there. Third base, DJ Liss, the former center fielder, moves to third base with Casey Roberson as his backup, and former 97 overall was he, third baseman Rick Gutierrez finds himself in Double-A, so that Lowry and Perez, who we moved from second to third, get some extra playing time. He is getting paid $26 million to play in Double-A this season. God help me. Shortstop, Ricky McCann. Lewis McCall is also on the roster since he's pretty much good to go. You could argue he'd benefit from AAA, but so would that guy. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Outfield, Tim Coe. Hit dingers, please. Hit dingers. Center field, George Freitas, our first ever 99 overall player who just exploded in overall out of nowhere. Albert Werdekemper has made the team. And then in right, Gold Glove winner Ivan Pena is also here. God help us, chat. God help us. If this isn't the year. We still have the top prospect in baseball with Espinoza. Chad Jones in third. I don't know how many others we have. Werdekemper at 18. Hideki Matsumoto at 19. Andreas Mesa at 35. So we still got some good representation for the future. This team is still listed as being the best. Whatever the hell that means. God help me. Let me win something. I beg you. Devils, what's going on, by the way? Sorry about your team. We are going to start off by scouting pitching, because odds are we are about to lose a lot of pitchers to waivers because they suck. This will be a pretty pitching-heavy draft, I would imagine, as we nearly had an undefeated week. Cool. Can we do that once the playoffs come around? I know the answer to that. I know the answer to that. No, we have not even been to a World Series yet. Nope. We made the NLCS once. Nearly reverse swept our opponents, only to lose in Game 7. This has been a masterclass of disaster as DJ Liss at third base just tore his calf. The whole calve. Damn it. So that means at third base will be Casey Roberson, defensive specialist. Fair enough. You know, Devils, I've seen a lot of people say about the New Jersey Devils that they're just like, hey, whatever, man. We took a step up this year. We beat the Rangers. We did fine. And honestly, I really like that Devils fans have that attitude. Because it is the attitude they should have. Let's see. Central, East, and International for closers. And we'll start scouting out other spots. As we have a 1-win week. 1 win. I hate this team. With a passion. I hate this team. With a passion. Every time they look like they might be okay. Every time. And then, we're just going to choke this week. All right, so what I want to check, what positions have the most players in the top 100? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so 4 for catcher. 1, 2, 3, 3 first baseman. 1, 2, 3, 4 second baseman. Pedro Batista. Third base. Ooh, okay, third base. A lot of potential here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 third baseman. Who's the best player we ever had? Rick Gutierrez hit the highest rating before Fritas. So it's Fritas right now. He's the first guy to ever hit a 99 for us. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 shortstops. Damn. Left field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 left fielders in the top 100. 2, 3, 4 center fielders. 2, 3, 4 right fielders. Okay. Well, based off of that, we're going to look in left field first. As that position has the most players projected in the top 100. So left field it is. But yeah, Messer was great for us. Rick Gutierrez was great for us. But Fritas is the first guy to hit a 99. Because he has that offensive ability and is a perennial Gold Glove winner. All right, so that is left field done. Next up was third base. Third base West. And third base Central. Let's see if we can get information on these top-notch players, I hope. All right, good week. 24-16. And none of it matters until we get to the playoffs. Absolutely none of it matters. That's the worst part. Let's go after shortstops next. Western shortstops is the target. I mean, seriously, look at our organizational depth there as well. Is insane. Like, look at that. Again, dark blue being like, oh, mid-range. We're top 10 in terms of position ranking in almost every position. It's ridiculous. Like, we better be winning. All right, shortstop Central, shortstop East, shortstop International. But yeah, I mean, Messer did win back-to-back MVPs. So by that metric, you could give it to him. Next up, catcher, second, center, or right. Let's focus on catcher. Catcher West. Catcher Central. And catcher East. So we'll be looking at catchers and then center fielder, right fielder? Maybe not. I think it's going to be catcher, second, and then center. That works for me. All of this regular season. We are the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's all this regular season success, and I cannot enjoy it in the least. Because all that matters now is just getting to the playoffs and winning the damn thing. We got to go full Colorado. We need a reporter to ask, you ever just think, fuck it, let's win the thing?
I salute you.
Achilles, thank you. I look good in everything I wear. Thank you very much for the 17 months on the primer. Oh, goodness. All right, 27 days out from the draft. How's it going? Well, I don't want to totally jump off a bridge yet because of this team. So by that metric, we're doing okay. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. You never know what might happen next. All right, we should have enough time to finish scouting the outfield spots. 43 and 28, 3 games up on the Brewers in the division. Let's finish scouting out the center fielders. All right, that'll be the center fielders done. 20 days out from the draft. Dealing with injuries in the minors. All right, so it was... Did I want left field central? Did I just scout? I meant to scout right field, didn't I? I think I fucked up there. Technically, it's not a fuck up because, I mean, any scouting is fine. But I do think that was a slight fuck up. I do indeed. Yeah, I definitely screwed up that week. That's okay. That is okay. Somebody else just got hurt. We'll see who that was in a second. So we need right field international. Yeah, because of this, I'm not going to be able to fully scout out first baseman. So I will look at the top first baseman available. There were only 3 projected in the first round. So let's find out about Philip Sato, who is injured. I don't know if any of those first basemen are worth looking at. But there are a couple of first basemen who look somewhat promising. Let's look at Frank Machado. And let's look at Eli Estrada. There we go. So who got hurt? Ricky McCann got hurt for a month or 2. Fuck. So Lewis McCall is in at shortstop. Worst case, we move Casey Roberson over. We got to get DJ List back in the lineup. I mean, McCall hasn't exactly been crushing it. Honestly, let's get Roberson in there because Roberson's been doing pretty well. That works. That works. That works. Freitas already has 22 home runs, which is awesome. So we should be going into the draft with the top record in our division. And maybe even better than that, depending on how good our division actually is, which we'll see in a minute. Yeah, draft is coming up. 49 wins. Only the Mets, Rays, and Braves. Mets, Braves, and Rays have a better record than we do, and that's it. That's not bad. Given the circumstances, that's not bad at all. The 20... I remember we hit the 2035 draft. And I'm like, my God, how are we here? And now it's 2045. We actually have the 7th overall pick. I didn't even check. Well, hopefully there's an obvious pick for us, even though we didn't go super in depth. Minnesota starts off this draft. God help us. As the Minnesota Twins select starting pitcher Pete Anaya. I can see why. That would have been someone we probably would have chosen. Looks like a damn good pick. 2nd overall, the Milwaukee Brewers select starting pitcher Dan Shea. Projected 1st overall. He goes 2nd. Imagine, Endo, imagine. Oh, God. And 3rd overall, the Chicago White Sox select Dave Henson. Another player I would have liked to have had available to us at 7. The third baseman goes 3rd overall. Philadelphia at 4. Makes me think those two might be generational. Philadelphia at 4. Take first baseman Philip Sato. Don't think that's going to work out too well for them. At 5. Right fielder Miles Castle goes to Texas. And the Boston Red Stockings at 6. Select center fielder Ray Sanchez. So who's available to us now? We have starting pitcher Mark Sueikos, who looks awesome. Starting pitcher Eric. There's Eric Yang. There's right fielder Gilberto Herrera. Jake Goldie. Holy shit, are there some good players in this draft. Hitoki Nomo. At least if our scouts are right. Ryan Gildehouse. There's Danny O'Farrell. Robbie Reed. A lot of 67s to 98s. A lot of 67s to 98s. We can aim a little bit higher than that. But god damn. I can't add this guy to our draft queue for some reason. That's really weird to me. It's really, really weird to me. It's Rob Thomas. He's so smooth. Conklin. I guess you have to have someone scouted a certain percent to add them to your list. I never realized that. Closer Tommy Tan. Okay. So Sueikos. Is this the longest you've gone with a team not winning the World Series in any baseball? Yes. Easily. So Sueikos is a 75 to a 96. Yang's a 76 to a 97. Slightly less consistent overall range, but then there's Herrera. He's 22. That overall range is damn good, though. Our next pick after this isn't until 44. 67 to 98. It's got to be one of those top 3. Right? 72 to 93. Tommy Tan is a closer. So Gildehouse, 81 to 97. 40% scouted. D-Rex, the 1 year on the 12 months. D-Rex, how the heck are you? Thank you for that. I might have to trust your judgment on who to take with this pick. 1919. Gildehouse is 21. 54 to a 70. It's not amazing. Paulie as well. What's going on? D-Rex, thank you for supporting my face over this year. You have been incredibly kind and generous, not only to me directly, charity-based stuff. What are we looking at? What do we need? Everything and everyone. Everyone and everything. 31s, 40s. Do you trust that Gildehouse could be good? But then there's Herrera. I feel like we have to go for Herrera, right? I feel like we have to. And there's Hitoki Nomo, who would have been amazing for the Japan-only run, let me tell you. I might have to go back to that goddamn idea. I might have to. It pisses me off to see players like this in this run. I have 35 seconds to decide here. The safe bet is Sueikos, Yang, or Gildehouse. But man, if Herrera's on point. $75 to $96, $76 to $97, $81 to $97. I had to do it. I had to do it. D-Rex, I saw that message too late, or I would have gone with Sueikos. Herrera, please don't be a bust. Please don't be. I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't. Maybe we should have gone with one of the pitchers. But Herrera is here. and hopefully is actually that promising. Pick 44 and Tommy Tan is actually still there. Yeah, Suecos ended up going 12th. Yang went 19th. Gildahouse 23rd. Nomo 25th. Okay. Is there anybody else other than Tan? We got a bunch of guys who are 65 to 96. A couple guys who are 67 to 98 still. There's Jarrett Howe as a closer. I think we'd rather just risk it with Nomo. There's Connie Gerard, 23 years old though. Okay. I think it's gotta be the closer. I mean, there is the second baseman. It's pick number 44. There's Machado. Henry Maldonado as a starter. Another 67 to 98 later in the draft. Trey Malone. Percy Yoder. No shortage of players, the 67 to 98s included, that our scouts actually like quite a bit. Obviously 67 to 98, Percy Yoder. Funny joke. So the 20 or so fans of the actual real-life Pirates, I'd feel more consistent with you running things than Bob Nutting. Even if I don't win a World Series by 2045, are you sure about that? Be careful what you wish for. At least you know I have positive intentions. Okay, we do have quite a few players on our list that look promising. Again, excluding those 67s to 98s, who are a bit more risky.
Here comes a pizza.
Popcorn Chicken, when in doubt, just like a player picture, and choose the guy who'd be most okay with being in a locker room for an undetermined amount of time. Also high. I mean, basically you're saying base it off of the facial hair, which is never a bad idea. So there is the closer, Tommy Tan. 82 to 98. 81 to 92, Connie Gerard, but he's old. There's a Naya. And a Machado should be later. It's either we risk it for the starter, Connie Gerard, who's a bit old. Hello, Sam Besser. I'm doing okay. Or we go for Tommy Tan. I feel like it's got to be Tommy Tan. But man, if Gerard's in the mid to high 60s for overall, he's actually not that bad. But he is pretty much a guaranteed B, where Tan has too good of a chance to still be an A, based off of what we know. We are going to go for the closer, Tommy Tan. All right. Next round, we have the Ooh, Gerard's still there. We have the 75th pick and the 82nd. Okay, Gerard is still... Thomas Jefferson. Racist. Anyway... let's see. There is Frankie Machado. Frankie Machado, good song. Don't want it though. Let's see. So Frank Machado, 82 to 92, out of nowhere. Maldonado is the same. Both should be available with that next pick. Percy Yoder. Got Estrada. Honestly, I mean, third round or really competitive balance round B. We might as well risk it for Connie Gerard as well, and just to hope that that overall's a little bit higher. I know he's 23, but we're going to need some starting pitchers in the system. Let's take the old man, Connie Gerard. Okay, all of our picks are still there. 101, 120, 109, 139. If we rank this off of where they are expected to go, it'll give us a better idea of when we need to pick people. William Chan might be a steal as well. So Clarence Bowers, Frank Machado, Percy Yoder, I feel like it's got to be Machado just based off of the listed potential. We're going to take first baseman, Frank Machado. Come on down, Mr. McAdoo. And hopefully you are as decent as advertised. Round 4. Maldonado is still there. You got Estrada. Given that we just took a first baseman, we're going to go for another starting pitcher, which again, we're probably going to need some options in Maldonado. Round 5. Oh my God, Estrada's still there. Estrada's still there. Has the best potential range of anybody left. 77 to 98. 78 to 94. 79 to 90. 75 to 96. I mean, Guzman's like a guaranteed B. Damn. I feel like most of these guys are pretty much guaranteed Bs except for Chan. Attribute-wise, Rowley might be the only one who actually looks half decent. If we go off of overall, 35 to 49. Most well-rounded overall is Enrique Guzman. But he is also the oldest. And honestly, drafting the youngest players here might be the best option. They'll have the most time to develop. We're going to go for first baseman Eli Estrada with this pick. In round 6, the decision was made for us. It's William Chan at second base, and we'll see if things work out for us here. What looks to be another strong draft on paper, a draft that we never should have had to go through. But that's the story of Pittsburgh baseball. As the home run derby in Milwaukee, we do have a representative, and it is Mr. Freitas again. Again, Mr. Freitas is there. Last year he was here as leading the majors in home runs. This year it is Rod Dobbs. Good song. Can't possibly listen to it right now. All right. Who made... Ooh, we actually got our first day to sign picks. Let's go for that, and then we'll check who made the All-Star game. Okay, we're going to have to build up interest for quite a few people. If Herrera isn't a bust, that could potentially be a top 3 draft for us. You're not wrong. Let's see, Tommy Tan signs. Frank Machado signs. That's a damn good start, because now we can focus on building up interest with others. Let's get William Chan over the threshold there. So let's see who ended up making the All-Star game for us. Jason Gill makes it as the starter, as does Luis Trujillo and Casey Adeline, who we once drafted as a 23-year-old, if I'm not mistaken. 3 of our starting pitchers make the All-Star game. Either this is a sign that things are turning around for us, or we are about to be so disappointed in the playoffs again. History would dictate one over the other. Freitas also makes it as a center fielder. Coco with the bits. What's going on, my friend? How you been? It's been a few days. I hope you've been good. All right. Can we lock down William Chan? Yes, we can. Good. Let's keep working on interest then really quickly. We're working on a book. Hey. I don't know where you find the time, sir. I don't know where you find the time. You'll have to... You'll have to give me the heads up. I have a clip for this. Fuck! As it turns out, Herrera might indeed actually be a bust. Oh, it was called too. In chat, people called it. But I fucking panicked. What is it with me and early first round outfielders? Why? Why am I attracted to it's like being attracted. Thank God I'm with someone who is the opposite of this, but it's like being attracted to someone who you know is just not a good fit for you and where you want to go in your life, but you're like, well, they're hot, so I'm just going to go down this road even though I know it's the wrong direction to go. That's me and outfielders. I have nice, safe, sweet, reliable starting pitching, but I look at the big titty goth outfielder. Every time. Every time. I need to stop. I have a problem. Baseball fan, thank you for the 57 months on the primer. Fuck. Oh, every time. Why do I do this to myself? All right, well, the good thing is Maldonado looks like he could be a monster, but I am running out of time to talk to these people. Estrada. Signs, thank God. Gerard also signs. That leaves us with 2 going down to the final day of being able to sign people, which is always a scary situation. All right, deadline to sign draft picks. Well, let's be honest, all the money is going to Maldonado just to make sure that he signs. Thank you, Henry. And then Mr. Herrera. He signs as well, but what a fucking tragedy. All right. Everyone has been signed. Really quickly. Oh my God, are you looking at the fucking offseason we're projected to have right now? This is it. Chat, this might be our last season. Win or lose. Oh my God. Okay. Jeez. Fuck. Oh, so many players are free agents.